Time now for the women's 100. Sha'Carri Richardson, the Olympic silver medalist and reigning world champion with the collegiate and meet records. And Tima Godbless, who is in this final, has the fastest time amongst collegians this year. But in lane 5 with white uniform today, Jamesia Ford. She got her personal best on Thursday, huge personal best, and clocked the co-collegiate leader in this event.
Well, one event down, 3 to go. It's amazing. She says she feels 100 times more prepared for this national championship than she did last year. And she said coming in this whole outdoor season, running the 100 meters, she becomes very anxious because all she does is think about the start. But she said in the semifinals on Thursday, she was actually really relaxed, and that made the biggest difference for her running fast in the semifinals. There you see the fastest time, non-windy time of the season. Tima Godbless, and didn't take her long to go from breaking junior Nigerian records to elite college sprinter in just a couple of years' time. She's somebody certainly that the Nigerian national team will keep a look at for the World Championships later this summer. She'll be in the outside lane, lane 7. And she'll go right next to Deja Dufran. She dipped under 11 seconds for the first time on Thursday. A lot of outstanding runs there on Thursday because the conditions were absolutely wonderful. We got a little bit of a headwind today. And Thea Charlton, she shocked the world. Maybe the biggest surprise at these championships. She showed that she's more than a long jumper. She's an outstanding sprinter. 10:87 on Thursday legal.
There are the list of competitors. 3 women of Troy in this race. Huge scoring opportunity for the Trojans. Will be recalled. Dan, I didn't see any movement. And they will take their time walking back, as they should.
Well, that was not an immediate gun either. They got out and ran 10, 15 meters before they could begin to slow down. Maybe down there on the far end.
Yeah, Brianna Selby, the freshman from Southern Cal, maybe there was a little bit of movement, but it wasn't very obvious. I guess we'll see. These are pressure-sensitive blocks, all wired up. They can feel if you release any pressure on the block, they're getting a green card, so it might have been a timing issue of some kind. Still, they all got a full start on their legs. So they will re-rack, refocus. There's Jamesia Ford.
And she said her life has turned around running the 100 meters, Dwight. She said when you run the 100 meters, it's all about get out, get out, get out. And she said we don't stress the 100, we don't stress to start like that in the 200 meters. But her life has changed certainly this outdoor season now that she's an elite 100-meter runner. And let's go back to Thea Charlton, that run on Thursday, 10:87. Only Melissa Jefferson Wooden has run faster in the world this year.
Jamesia Ford had a very shocked look on her face when she looked up and saw that she had run 10:87 legal on Thursday. Her personal best was 11:05 coming in, so it was a big, big improvement. And we've seen a lot of longer sprinters come down. Florence Griffith-Joyner, for example, pretty much 200-meter runner her entire career until that Olympic year when she shocked the world and still holds the world record.
Well, I don't think Tima Godbless is going to be upset that they're getting a call back here because that was not her best start. I've seen her get a better start. She's a much better starter than that.
Great start for Godbless again, but also for Ford. And down lane 3, Samira Moody of USC going well, but here comes Jamesia Ford, and she's going to be very close. I think it could be Moody. It could be Moody. It's right there at the line. Moody wins it. They're running into a headwind, so the time is
slower than you would expect for a national championship, considering the way they ran the other day, but it doesn't matter. When you're running for a championship, the performance itself is inconsequential. 10 big points minimum for the Trojans. They had 3 finalists. She just eked out by some thousandths of a second Jamesia Ford. They both have the same time.
Well, look at this finish. Jamesia Ford looked like she was pulling away in the middle of the track, but it was Samira Moody that didn't even dip. She just ran through the line down there. But Deja de France wins the 60-meter indoors for USC, and here's Samira Moody. She takes home the sprint title for USC outdoors. The senior getting it done on the inside, but huge scoring opportunities. We talked about what does it mean, which team can challenge Georgia. And if there's anybody who would like this thing to come down to the 4x4, it would be USC. They have a prominent 4x4 squad. But Samira Moody there on the inside, she just kept plugging away. She let the line come to her. And on top of this honor, earlier this year, she was honored with the Jackie Robinson Community Impact Award for involvement in community outreach at USC. So congratulations to Samira Moody.
3 1,000ths of a second separated first from second. 13 points for the Trojans. That puts them in a tie for the lead overall. And John has the champion.
I have the champion by 3 1,000ths of a second. Excellent lean, although you say that's not always your strong suit.
It's not, but you got to prepare for the fire. You know everyone's fast. So I started leaning and practicing because I knew I was going to need it, so I'm thankful.
How do you get yourself ready when you know every woman in that race is so fast?
I mean, I train with the best people in the country. You saw 2 of my teammates in there. You don't need to prepare, you're ready. You need to trust yourself, have confidence, and pray. I'm thankful. My God has never failed, so I'm thankful.
What kind of comfort is there knowing that you have other ladies, women of Troy, in the race there with you?
Huge. I mean, shout out my other 2 teammates came. They're not even running. We keep each other light, happy, excited. Feels like practice, so I'm grateful.
Dwight, at the 4x1, she said, I really would like to get ready for the 100. Glad you didn't stay after the championship there in the relay. Congratulations on this one. Good luck. What's next?
Thank you. Fight on.
Fight on, Dwight.